Okay. You know, it's been a yesterday. You probably seen a bunch of videos about this Sarah and it's so pathetic because the way they try to counter reality, because today the manipulation they make me experience is obviously the things they've done to others. Matter of fact, some have died in the sense of killing people because of this, and so they've been desperate to try to paint this false reality, but it is it's so childish. It's like you want me to think that what you're doing is to make me a grown man react the way I used to react when I was a child. This is the rationality they want me to subscribe to, right? Now, at this point, the humiliation, I was in the hallways listening to the issues that these entities have. Now, I know who's running this program. I don't see these next door neighbors as people really running. They're just the bottom feeders. They're the trash these governmental entities use to use this technology onto us for this, unfortunately, development of these weapons. I see them for them. So when I see this bottom feeder walking, I was like, look at this trash. Like, I wonder if they look at themselves and look at me, and would they ever be like, "Oh, he really think that we are running this? It's our money with some. We have the some of the most sophisticated technology. We're the one who've been working since the '60s in this technology." Like, now I understand they are contracted to do what they do, and I'm sure the incentives are good. But for me, at this point, it's just beyond validations. Yesterday they were trying to create this same thing they were trying to, what I did as a child, and they hate the fact that that is something that only happened once, and it will never be what they want. They try to say no, it's abuse. The truth is, even that is not even it's not fully correct, because even though what I did as a child was inappropriate, it's something I did to myself. Now, according to certain definition, that doesn't qualify as abuse in a sense, but it's something that was inappropriate, and I was a child. A kid at that age can do that. It is what a child is capable of doing. Now, I'm talking to people in a program that literally torture children. Right? This is not an impulsive child doing something stupid to himself that it is inappropriate, which what children are capable of doing. Lack of development and everything else. We're talking to people who are literally involved and knowingly involved in a program that tortured children sexually. All of them know that torture is applied onto children. But I understand. They are dismissive of that for a good reason, because this is not a good reason, but in their mind is a good reason, is enjoyment. I mean, I see, and nobody can tell me everything about what I'm going to experience. They can control everything I do because this technology can do that. That's why this whole body, that's why this whole program is about. It's about how to control a human being. And the way they do that is by continuously using human subjects to see the level of manipulations, to increase this technology, to improve this technology. So you have people who are trying to make me feel guilty for the childlike inappropriate act I did to myself as a kid. Well, I know they torture children, and because that's not enough to create this pattern, they're now trying to talk about me and kissing the cheek of this kid, and how did you feel this way, and they're creating playing stimulation. Like, you're delusional trash. Today I just saw on my dating app this like adorable baby who had like a little, like, it's like they forced me stimulation immediately. It's like, no, I remember we mapped it. You felt like that when you were 13 years old or 12 years old or something. Now you understand these people have done horrible things to children, but on top of that, the tactics they do of manipulating people toward kids is commonly done. And on top of that, the entities running this program, not these bottom figures who try to make it look like it's anything but this massive government running this program, are so pedophilia centric. There's a whole bill called Ant National Defense Abuse Act. This is not something I made up. There's an actual bill that's supposed to end the issue of child pornography in regard to downloading child porn, so much so that the Department of Defense, this is why the Defense National Defense They download so much child porn that the Child Protective Services ranked their network as the 19th out of 2,900. They call this bill End National Defense Abuse Act to limit the amount of child porn downloaded and trafficked using DoD network and DoD devices. Do you understand like how crazy things are? And so they continuously find ways, and my brain is just rewired. They create links and thoughts and a way to perceive things and box it in, and now it's always like that. And they want me to be like, oh, feel guilty for your dumbass act as a child, or even feel guilty, or when you kiss the kid in the cheek like that on the cheek, you felt this stimulation, so you feel they see that's like trash. I understand you have to live in this synthetic reality, which you call your reality. It's the reality that's distorted, that's manipulated, and to make me accept to this, they have to play the game. They have to act accordingly. I was on the call with somebody. She'll get angry when I was listening to the guy who ended up killing 12 people. Like, you understand? You're angry because I'm listening to what happened in 2013 when a man said, the reason why I'm killing, and the reason why I've killed, or the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing before he knew he was going to kill 12 people, is because I'm being influenced and manipulated by electromagnetic radiations. And because of that, this is what I did. And in 2018, a guy who's hearing voices, just like the guy in 2013, in 2023, a guy who is hearing voices, calling him a pedophile, killed 18 people. Which sounds very familiar with the guy in 2013 who killed 12 people, saying that he's hearing voices and he thinks he's being influenced to manipulated. She was looking at me in the mean like, I was like, what you think I'm gonna let you escape? Is that too much of a reality? You want to make yourself believe that you're protecting your children. No, you enjoy this. I'm a puppet, right? I'm a human puppet to them. This is why they're willing to dumb themselves down. This makes them feel like gods. I was on the call with people wanting me to let them leave their fences and tell me how I'm going to burn. So I'd rather fucking burn. And I asked them, excuse me? Because I know there's a child who just died in this mass shooting. You're involved in a program like that. It does these things. And then you call yourself warriors in a war. And tell me how they mean. It's like, you're so mean you work for pedophiles. You're so mean you torture children. You're so mean you're a bunch of pedophiles. You manipulate the men and women in these pedophilia ways. That's very, very mean. And then you die. But everything has its time. I understand that. And so I can never look at them and take it personal when I see them. They're just the nobodies. They have to stay in action because they want to enjoy what this program offers.